Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Money Frenzy. Emotional maturity refers to your ability to understand and manage your emotions. Emotional maturity enables you to create the life you desire, a life filled with happiness and fulfillment. You define success in your own terms, not society's, and you strive to achieve it. Your emotional maturity is observed through your thoughts and behaviors. When you're faced with a difficult situation, your level of emotional maturity is one of the biggest factors in determining your ability to cope. Let's talk about 5 signs you're emotionally mature and will most likely succeed in life. Number 1. Responsibility. When something goes wrong, you don't rush to blame others. There's a lot going on in the world around you at any given moment. It's easy to think that others are going out of their way to make life difficult for you. Their actions can seem to be causing you problems, but blaming others is just taking the easy way out. Remember, you must be flexible and have the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Things will go wrong from time to time, but if they keep going wrong, it's because you're failing to adapt. When you have emotional maturity, you take responsibility for your own life. You understand that your current circumstances are a result of the decisions you've taken up until now. When things go wrong, not only do you not blame others, you don't blame yourself. It is important to remember that accepting responsibility is not the same as taking blame. Taking blame suggests that you deliberately did something wrong. Accepting responsibility means that you accept that something went wrong as a result of an action you took or a decision you made. Number 2, you understand that vision trumps knowledge. You know that you don't need to have all the answers. As long as you can identify the problem, you can visualize a solution and research the best way to implement that solution. Perfectionism is one of the biggest causes of procrastination and one of the biggest obstacles facing the modern worker. Jobs are not as clearly defined as they once were. Even in companies with production lines, they no longer make the very same product for life. Products must constantly be updated and innovated. Therefore, people are no longer working on a set plan or blueprint. Most companies and most people wait until they can see exactly how to do something before they will make a start. But the most successful people and companies don't wait for that. They have a vision of what they want to achieve and they set about finding a way to achieve that. Number 3, personal growth. Meeting the challenges of tomorrow requires learning and development today. You have a desire to learn and a thirst for knowledge. Learning and development activities form a key part of your schedule. As already mentioned, a great deal of emotional maturity is about having the ability to constantly adapt to the demands of the world around you. When we think of emotional maturity, we usually think about our relationships with other people, and in most cases, that is where emotional maturity is experienced. But emotional maturity starts with your relationship with yourself. Remember that if you want something or somebody to change, you need to start by changing yourself. Maybe you need to change your views, your actions, or the words you're using, but when you change something about yourself, those around you are influenced to change in response. You may have a negative experience, but when you look at it objectively, you can identify areas where you need to grow, or where you need to develop new knowledge, skills, and attitudes to progress. Whether you have just lost your job or you're struggling to keep a relationship, your ability to learn and grow will play a key part in your ability to overcome the challenges you face. Number 4, you seek alternative views. Knowing that the way things are done can always be improved, you willingly seek out the opinions and views of others. You do not feel threatened when people disagree with you. If you feel that their way is better, you're happy to run with it. I've spent a great deal of money on my training and education over the years, but some of the greatest lessons I have learned came through the simple conversations with people I already knew. So before I make major decisions and before I spend big money, I try to make a point of asking people whom I trust for their views. I regularly solve my problems without having to spend money or a great deal of time on unnecessary training. A little emotional maturity can save a lot of time and a lot of money. Last but not least, number 5, you're non-judgmental. Variety makes the world a more beautiful place. Even when you disagree with people, you don't feel the need to criticize them. Instead, you respect their rights to their beliefs. I want to hold my hands up and say that when it comes to emotional maturity, this is usually where my downfall lies. I have a great love for solving problems and for helping to solve problems. Hence why I chose coaching for a career. Judging others is pointless. This includes judging yourself. Sometimes I catch myself judging others and then I judge myself for having judged them. The major problem with judging others is that you then interpret everything based on that judgment. For example, if you think somebody is a bad person, even when they do something good, you'll find a negative interpretation for their actions. You enter each conversation with them with a closed mind, which reduces your ability to adapt. This then limits your emotional maturity. Anyways guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really liked making this one. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, do watch one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now. I'm sure you'll love them. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video on Money Frenzy.